Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Okay? Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it's a good idea to keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Why break there? Okay. The download that I have for this read here is that heaven isn't hard to find. Okay, so if heaven isn't hard to find, where do you think hell is? Okay, you have a choice. Choose wisely. Collective spirit is saying heaven isn't hard to find. And if heaven isn't hard to find, where do you think hell is? You have a choice every day. Choose wisely. Okay, let's tap into the tarot. All are welcome on this channel. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. Okay. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay. Heaven can be considered to be a state of mind. So Spirit is saying heaven isn't hard to find. As the late great Tupac informed us in his lyrics, okay? So where do you think hell is? Be mindful, okay? Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your words. Spirit is saying with this download, okay? And the words came in the exact order about heaven and hell. But heaven can also be a state of mind. And so be mindful, of your thoughts and of your projections regarding yourself and other people. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to go along to get along, but it's a good idea to be mindful because you can create, you are a creator of what you experience in your life. And it doesn't need you to believe in it. It just is what it is. And so Spirit is clearly saying for you to keep this in mind and to work on, if it's a problem for you, work on possibly some affirmations, some positive self-talk, finding a way to pull yourself out of stinking thinking, finding a way to lift yourself up when you're not in that good mood, because life is different each and every day for everybody. No one is perfect. We're not talking about being perfect, but you create your own state of being. You are in full control of what kind of vibration you will experience it on a daily basis. And so just be mindful of your projections and your thoughts about other people. Doesn't matter what their race is. Doesn't matter what your spiritual belief is. Spirit is saying allow people to be them just like you want to be allowed to be yourself, and vice versa. So you do not want to create a hell for yourself when you can be residing in the experience of heaven itself here on planet Earth now, not later, not in the distant horizons. So you have authority, you do have control. And so this message is for someone who needs to pick and choose and be mindful of their thoughts and their words, how they judge people, how they view people. Doesn't matter if you call yourself even following a trend or a belief system. Maybe that's part of your religion, cultural practice, or this could be part of your something you do in your bloodline, but you can't, choose to stereotype or be misinformed about the importance of other people who are around you. Everyone in this world holds value. Doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter what you think about them, but everybody holds value. And so Spirit is clearly saying there's a need for people to let the old way of thinking fall to the side. I'm speaking to some people who may be very opinionated. If someone doesn't go to the church they go to, if someone doesn't walk like they walk or talk like they talk, or someone doesn't have the same belief system as them, you don't have to, like I said, go along to get along. But there's a way to be respectful. There's a way to be cordial. There's a way to simply mind your business and let people be them and you be you. But be mindful of the negative projections, what you are thinking about other people, the judgment that is being passed. Spirit is saying there's too much heavy judgment and it's unwarranted, the projection, and a lot of it is false. It's not real. These are things that are assumed and made up in our minds individually when we come across people who are different, who are, they may not look like us. Like I said, they may not walk like us, talk like us, but we're choosing to stereotype. And this judgment and this way of being and existing is really creating self-inflicted stagnation. These people who do these things I'm speaking of, these are people who carry a dark cloud over them, spiritually speaking, and who are very unhappy. They have a lot of inconsistencies within their spirit and their soul. They are slowly but surely depleting themselves because there's too much negativity, too much hatred, being projected out. It's too much energy being utilized, and it's time for that to dissipate. It's time for the energy of love to be saturated. And if you don't, agree with something somebody is doing, there's a way you can be respectful, and not try to hope for the worst or give the evil eye, give the Nazar at total strangers because they don't look like you or they don't eat like you. If we were all the same, we would learn nothing from each other. So the fun fact about that, it's a good idea to learn to embrace different people, places, and things. You don't have to be in agreement. You don't have to mingle and tingle, but there's a way to be respectful. There's a way to be cordial and keep your energy to yourself. If it ain't for you, hey, stay away from it. But I'm speaking on some energy that's been being projected. You could be watching. You may not want to admit it, but you don't have to. This is confirmation that spirit wants you to cut it out. And lead with love. Try love, okay? There's enough salt. There's enough hatred. There's enough negativity. Life is enough by itself. And we all know this and agree on that. So if you know life is enough by itself and there's so much going on in the vast world as it is on a daily, why would you want to add to the pot? There's enough herbs and spices already cooking in the pot and nobody needs anything extra. Spirit is saying, lead with love, lead with light. And viewers, if you are watching and you come across any time in your life where you are experiencing someone maybe being judgmental or trying to inflict or project or impose negative energy onto you, just make sure that you are not entangling yourself with that person in particular or that group or that location. Just know that is an energy that is not of light, it is of darkness. Okay? Yes, no one is better than no one. We all have our own paths, we all have our own missions, our own reasoning for existence. We do have soulless beings. We do have people who are put here to wrestle in chaos, but that's part of the mission. That's part of the learning. That's part of the growing. That's how we make it to the next level. And there's a way to exist with those kind of people without maybe wishing harm on them or, but learning how to, because we have some of everything roaming around us, whether you're aware or not on a daily basis, okay? Those who know knows, okay? Especially if you're leading with your first eye, okay? So there's a need to, go ahead and create that heaven. Heaven ain't hard to find. And if you keep projecting negative energy, you're generating the hell. You're generating hell for yourself. You're generating dark days for yourself. You're generating negative thoughts for yourself. You're imposing self-inflicted stagnation. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. Doesn't matter. It's not about money. It's not about materialism. It's not about whether you're single. It's not about whether you're married. It's not about what you wear. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about how small your waistline is. It's not about whether you can make a lady moan. It's not about that. Spirit is saying it's not about that. Ah, talk about we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, somebody likes red snapper. That just crossed my mind. Somebody's eating red snapper, or somebody likes red snapper. I know I do. But we're starting off with the death card and the upright. Spirit is saying it is time to put a rest. Put a rest and focus on yourself. That is best. Put a rest to the nonsense. It's time to lead with love. And when I say leading with love, we're not talking about going up and giving everybody hugs and kisses. We're saying mentally. This is a solo personal project, what I'm speaking of. This is between you and the divine, you and the Christ within. This is something private. This is nothing that has to be announced, okay? But it's time to put an end to those negative thoughts regarding yourself and regarding other people. Just like we want to be, people to not judge us, we can't judge others. Though it's something hard to do, it's something that we all need to work on. I said all. Okay. Just like, we don't want nobody critiquing us, we don't need to critique other people. But it's time to lead with love. There's a lot of negative, dark energy going out, people becoming upset, because they can't deal with the changes that are taking place, and change is constantly happening. It's part of the planet Earth that we reside on. And so there are people who are around you who are becoming frustrated and angry. And instead of trying to find resourceful, positive ways to overcome, people are going to that dark space and they want to work out of that chaos. And you'll never win. The fun fact about that is you'll never win. And so Spirit also wanted me to convey this message because, your ancestors want you to win. They want you to live your best life, because once they transition, they are learning the lessons of the mistakes and error of their ways and things that they possibly could have done right, that they made a mistake on, and it's okay. But this message is being conveyed for that reason. Lead with love. Your spirit guides want you to know to lead with love. And if something isn't for you, you don't have to entertain it. You don't have to deal with it. It's just that simple. Remove yourself. You don't have to get into no confrontation. You don't have to want to pull up and fight nobody. It's time out for that. We're on a whole new frequency. All that old stuff it's not going to work anyway. Oh, that's a whole nother video there. But I got to talk about it's not going to work anyway. If you're stuck in your ways and you're used to doing this and that, it's not going to work. It's time to. It really is. Okay. It's time to come out of that negative space. There is no need, to want to be competitive. If you want to compete, do it in a positive way. Do something positive. Let's get out here and see, how quick can we grow this garden? All right, let's make a community garden, or let's do something for the youth. If you want to do, you can do that. But all the other nonsense, who looked the best, who got the most, or, when in reality, it ain't about who got the most. Well, who got the most responsibilities or bills to pay? Don't have me talk about it because I go there. Those who you see flashing and dashing, material wealth is actually illusional gain because it becomes a maintenance, a responsibility, that a person is obligated to maintain, okay, in a lot of areas. So if you're going to compete in a positive way. But it's time to let go and surrender to passing negative energy and judgment onto other people. It's time to let go and surrender. The fighting thing, the pull up thing, the idea that you think that sound is more powerful than silence, because it's not. It's just not. It's just not. If you ever want to experience any kind of abundance or harmony in your life, Spirit is saying, then you must put a death to the old ways of being, doing, thinking, and engaging. This could be a train of thought. This could be a habit. This could be a lot of things, okay? How you feel about other people outside of you. Learning how to coexist around different people without trying to project negative energy or deem someone to be wicked or calling them evil when there's really no difference. Okay, all is one and the same. Those who know that all is one and the same. Duality exists in all. Okay, it's just that from time to time, one side may outlead the other. So you may see more good in something or more positive in something than a negative. Okay, that's all. But both polarities exist all in all things. So moving on. But if you ever want a piece of this action here, this is that 10-10, winning and again. Prosperity, abundance, harmony. Okay. If you ever want to experience that, you either want to have your hand in the game or you want to be the one looking over the table. Choose to transform your way of being, doing, and thinking, negatively imposing your thoughts and projecting onto others, as well as plan, plotting, and strategizing against others. It's time to put an end to that. You know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's time to put an end. Now, we all know we have free will. We all know we have free will. And Spirit is saying you can continue doing what you want to do, but there's a repercussion for that. You'll be the one looking at the table. Don't you want to be the one on the table? You don't want to be looking at everyone else win. You don't want to be one of these dogs here looking at, as cute as they are, looking at people win. You want to have one of these hands here. So think about it. I would bet on me. I would bet on me. It's time to plant seeds that are fruitful, not fruitless. Create things that can be, gained from, things you can build. Be focused on levels of enhancement in your life for you, for your family, for your children, whomever or whatever your family or your condition is different for everyone, whether you have children or not, for yourself. Okay. Okay. But you should be working on, your energy should be going towards things that are fruitful. When these muffins get done, they're checking the temperature. I'm pretty sure they're going to put some butter on them boys and enjoy them, eat them, consume them. So make sure you're being mindful of the seeds that you're planting and the things that you are creating. Okay. And don't allow, these negative things to consume you. Okay. Because we all know what we put out returns to us. And it's not about a belief system. It's not about you saying, oh, I don't believe in that. It doesn't need you to believe in it. Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it's not happening. The goal is you want balance. And you desire security. You desire this. Everyone does. Everyone does. And so this message is part of the way of getting there, is letting go the negativity. Even gossiping, joining conversations or starting conversations where you're gossiping and slandering people, being angry or mad because you can't have access to someone or you don't like what they're doing. It's not for you to like. It's their life. It's not yours. The whole goal for you is to work on you having balance in your life. That's why these cups are going back and forth. It's to maintain a balance. It's to take the old, the past, the new, the bold, the happy, the sad, the good, and the bad. Turning that pain into pleasure, that salt into sugar, making sure things are balanced. So there's a constant back and forth that is necessary. Checking the temperature. Checking the temperature. We make mistakes, and when you make a mistake or you come into that energy of feeling like you're going into that place of negative thinking, or you want to take an action towards someone or something that you know is going to lead you into being incarcerated, or having something on your record that you may have to pay for forever. You have to check yourself. Just like they're checking this temperature. You have to check yourself. Let me not do that. Let me go somewhere and sit down. Be mindful of the company you keep. Be mindful. Somebody has someone around them who likes to get them turned up, who likes to inspire them to go do things. Be mindful. People have energy attachments to them. Be mindful. Don't let that dark spirit, don't let that dark entity fool you, because it's attached to your best friend you go way back with. They from your hood. Y'all went to school together. That's your homie. You gonna ride. Be mindful. Don't let the energy they possess get you into a mess. Have you in conflict, confused, entangled in a web that you done weaved. And then you looking back like, dang, I should have never done that. I had to pay all this restitution. Watch the company you keep. It's nothing wrong with company. It's nothing wrong with family and friends, but anyone who is negative does not serve you for your highest good. You must depart from them unless you're looking for trouble. Now, if you're looking for it, you stay where you at. You know, if you're looking for your options to be not available, because this way there's many options, but if you're looking for them to just be not available, confused on how to move forward, if you're looking for that, stay where you are. But you have to be mindful and you have to be willing, because a lot of us are aware, of the people in our life who are toxic and need to go. But you have to be willing to separate. That means move yourself. That don't mean go cuss them out or tell them, I'm not hanging around you because you're toxic. No. The first step is just not being around them. And the last step is just not being around them. That's it. Don't accept the invite. Don't open the door. Don't answer the phone call or text. Let it be. You don't have to announce your arrival or your departure. No one is saying, oh, you better respond to me. That's you that keeps showing up to that toxic person. That's you to keep taking them invites to those parties or gathering. And when you leave, somebody, then got into a squabble and then y'all run into the car and go into the truck. That's you showing up to all that. Oh, somebody got their wig snatched off and somebody got it on videotape. That is you that keeps showing up, laughing with them people, and somebody probably got hurt, and you on the sideline laughing about it. Next day on the phone laughing about it. Yeah, we got towed up. Yeah, we did it. But then when things are upside down, you're like, why is this happening? What is this? I've been doing everything. Watch the company you keep. That is for somebody. It won't leave. Somebody is hanging around a person or somebody, they need to stop. It doesn't matter if they're family, you need to stop. You need to love them from a distance. You got a cousin or somebody who like to go to the bars and turn up? What do you think alcohol is? It's a spirit. What is on the sign on the outside of the bar? What does it say? We serve food and what? Spirits. What does it say on the sign outside of the nightclub or the bar? We serve food and what? Spirits. Oh. Everyone has their own pot of gumbo. Everyone has their own situation and challenges that they will overcome and get through. But you do not have to spend or make your experience or endurance of any hardship, of something that could have been avoided, or of something that was you not allowing yourself to make the right choice of being mindful of the company you keep, of staying away from the toxicity, of staying away from those who are in constant conflict with themselves, and therefore they're always in constant conflict with people around them. These are the people who always want to fight and argue, and they're looking for chaos. They're looking for dark energy. They want to film bad and negative things happening. Somebody got beat down. Let's film it. Ooh, I'm about to go viral. Look at them. They on the ground. These are the people that key at situations like this. They find it very humorous. I'm just saying. These are the people who dibble and dabble in a whole lot of things. Be careful of trying to keep it too real. Be careful of trying to show people that you still down, because they will keep you down. It's called self-preservation. You don't need to announce nothing. You don't need to have a conversation about nothing. Not if you are an adult. If you are an adult, you don't need to announce your arrival or departure. I don't know who told you. You don't need to announce it. It's time to lead with love, not hate. There are people who wake up on a daily angry. How you gonna wake up mad? I ain't gonna say the Cat Williams line, but how you gonna wake up mad? People actually wake up mad. Went to sleep mad and you waking up mad. It's a whole new day. You don't know what you pushing away with that stinking attitude. You don't know what you pushing away, what opportunity, and you mad and you just woke up. You really better run. Yo, if you on that time, you better check yourself. And if you around somebody who doing that, you better run. Where you going? I don't know, but away from here. It's time to lead with love. I don't care what it looks like around you. Do the best you can to lead with love, collective. Heaven ain't hard to find. It's a state of mind. So where you think hell is? Later.